All right, let's roll those shoulders up, back and down a couple times, please. Add those elbows. Step it out, bigger arms. Little movement side to side, one arm at a time, like you're doing a backstroke. Then swing those arms. Step touch. In a moment, we'll go 2 to the right in 4, 3. Here you go. Stay here, step touch only, swing those arms. Hands on your hips. Let's give me a little tip here. One leg in front, one leg behind. Take that back leg and extend it. Arms add on. Good, back to center, swing those arms. 2 steps to the left in 4, 3. Here you go. Leave it here this time. Sorry, here. And we go opposite leg and lift it up. Keep it going. Two more. Step touch again. Give me a little bicep curl. Toes in front. Flip those hands. Tricep press. Knee lift. Very nice. Arms up and over. And add a little rotation. We'll stay on the right in double time in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Two more. Step touch up. Touch up. Bicep curl. Toes in front. Flip your hands. Tricep press. Knee lift. Arms up and over. And diagonal. We'll stay on the left in double time in 4, 3. Here you go. And step touch. Woo! Roll those shoulders. Reach over, grab your weights for me, please. Keep that step touch going. Arms are out in front. Bring them a little bit away from your body so you're not tucked up here. Half a bicep curl. While you step touch. Good, now this time, bend the elbows and I want you to reverse it and go straight, straight, straight. Still should be biceps. 2 more. Relax those shoulders down, roll them up. Good. Actual step touch this time. Hands by your side. Lead your way with your pinkies. Press back, tricep. Okay. Turn the palms to the back, continue. Now turn the knuckles to the back, press back. Good, that was just a little warm up. Hands out to the side. Point your index finger, give me tiny circles. Reverse the circle. Try and get the arms really straight. Reverse again. And reverse again. Woo, relax that down. Oy vey. Hopefully you felt that in your shoulders. Let's bring that back to center. Let's bring your left shoulder up, back and down, right shoulder up, back and down, left shoulder across, pull it down and then across and drop your ear the other way. Shake it out, right arm across, pull it down and across and tip that ear. Wide stance, hands on your thigh, roll through a cat, in through a cow. Rounding, curling and extending. Good. Now put both hands over on that left side, round and extend. Good. Then both hands on this side, round and extend. Good. Hands on both sides, shoulders out of your ears. Let's drop that right shoulder in, press that left side open, right side open. Back through center. Left drops in, press the left open. Big deep breath in. And exhale, bring that down. All right. Let's start. You're going to need both the ball and the weights for now. Maybe your chair is handy in case you decide you want it. Let's put that ball below the knees for now, above the ankles. Hopefully giving it enough of a squeeze that your feet come into parallel. One weight in each hand. You're going to start by just a heel raise, right? Working those calves. And we're going to just add on a couple options. A shoulder press all the way up, right? Or turn your elbows and your hands in the same parallel position. If all of that bugs you, just a small range, right? You can alternate if you want. Keep it going. I know you can't see the top of my hands, but when you come up, hands come together. Not sure why I did that, so you can see lots of the floor. At least so you can see nutmeg mostly. Your shoulders, I hope, are feeling this by now. 2 more. Beautiful. Put one weight down. Put all your weight on your right leg. Weight in your left hand. Heel raise, right leg. You're just holding this. And again, if you want to, you can add on that lift, that shoulder work. Almost there. And relax. We'll stretch out that calf in just a second. I don't know why I felt the need to reverse that. All right, other leg. Up and down. Good. This is the leg I'm not sure I'm going to be doing anyway, so especially not without some help. Keep going. So it's a heel raise on that opposite side. And relax. Go ahead, put the ball and your weights in your chair. Let's get a little calf stretch. So step back with your left leg, lunge forward on your right knee. Make sure your booty's not sticking out. Tuck it under. Long straight line from your head through your heel. And bend that back knee to take it deeper. Roll up on those toes, turn the toes out and the heel in, but push your hip forward for me, please. Lunge. Little bend to the knee, roll it up. Toe in, heel out, and lunge. And bend that knee. Bring it on up. Right leg steps back. We lunge into that left leg. Press that right heel down. Bend that knee a little bit. Toe out, heel in, and lunge. Bend that knee. Roll it up. Toe in, heel out, lunge, and bend. Beautiful. All right. Let's come with weights and the ball again. This time that ball is going to be up between your thighs, and then again, we're going to try and walk in so that those ankles end up underneath your knees. So you're not a wide stance like that. Come up on those tippy toes, bend the knee, and drop into it. So you guys are going to go deeper than I probably, if you're able, right? And then squeeze that ball as tight as you can so you feel some inner thigh work. So option to stay here, isometric, or you could come up and down. Or if you feel like your balance is okay, and you simply hold that and give me that same, we did this earlier here, right? But we're going here, straight arm, bend the elbow, straight arm, bend the elbow. So serve the platter. Up on your tippy toes if possible. You can come up and down with those legs if you want. I think I'm probably not going to do that. And if the balance is really bugging you, you can put your heels down. 2 more like that. And then hold the arms straight. And again, we do that little motion of straighter, 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 all the way straight, all the way straight. Right out in front of your shoulders. And relax. All right, so again, hopefully we felt that some in our biceps, and we got a little action in our inner thighs and quads. Now let's work that backside a little bit. So the ball comes behind your right leg. We're going to bend that left leg, right? So you want to bend into it with your left leg. You're going to pitch that right leg up. Bring that right arm by our side. We're going to press the leg and the arm up. So up. Tricep work. You can have your pinky to the sky. You can have your palm to the sky. You can have your knuckle to the sky. And then we're going to add on, come to the top, give both a squeeze. Squeeze the ball, squeeze your arm. Come down, straighten up, squeeze them both. Come down, squeeze up. So the squeeze at the top on the ball is obvious. With your arm, it's an isometric squeeze. Two more here. Beautiful. You're going to stand all the way up. You're going to bring that leg into this diamond shape with the knee out. And you're going to lift on that funky angle. So it's not to the side and it's not to the back. It's halfway. We're going to match that with that shoulder. So beautiful shoulder work for those deltoids. If you're able at the top, you're going to pour something out of the end of your dumbbell. Your spring potion. And again, that right leg or that opposite leg is bent. Sorry, it's not your right. Good. Hold at the top. Give me a pulse with the leg, a little pulse with the elbow. So squeezing that ball, sorry. Knees out to the side and bring that down. Woo. Hopefully you felt that in both legs. So let's take the right over the left. Hips go to the right, arms go left. Bring it down. Left over right, hips go to the left. Then we'll do that, if I can remember everything, on the other side, and then we'll go to our next level. All right, so ball is behind that left leg, right knee is bent, Nice long spine here. Left elbow by your, or yeah, whatever, opposite elbow. Lift up both. So again, it's a tricep extension, pinky to the sky, or palm to the sky, or knuckle to the sky. Right knee stays bent. Adding on, come to the top, squeeze in on the ball, press, squeeze with that let arm to come up and squeeze. Come up and squeeze both. Come up and squeeze both. Almost there. And bring it up. Woo! And then again, this is that turnout position, right? So you've got a diamond shape here. And then that leg raises to that angle. I'm just going to turn around. There you go. Chest is up, booty is underneath you. Every time you come back, that heel comes very close to the back of your leg. Arm matches it, give it a little pour out at the top if you're okay with that. Almost there. Then at the top we hold, we're going to pulse, squeeze, squeeze, lift, lift, squeeze, lift, both at the same time, and relax. All right, this time we'll do that nice outer hip stretch. So right ankle crosses the left thigh, bend that left knee, stick your booty out, get a beautiful arch in your spine, lengthen it out, round it under, lengthen out, round it under. One more time, lengthen it out. Cross that right ankle over the left, up and over, arms go to the left, and bring that down. Left ankle crosses that right thigh, bend into it. Tailbone goes way out behind you. Really think about extending, round it under, extend it out again, round it under, one more time, extend, and then that left ankle goes over the right, arms pivot other way, hips go to the left. Beautiful. All right. Little seated position here. You're gonna put that ball in your chair, and you can use that to get a really strong seated posture. So I put it at my low back, not my sacrum. And I'm gonna try and scoot my sacrum back a little bit so that it's actually, the ball is kind of shoving my ribs forward, but then I'm gonna pull the ribs down. So I'm actually working a little bit through my abs. All right, let's take one weight on the front of that left shin, lift that leg up, and you're holding that weight down, right? So you're not just holding the weight, you're pushing it against the shin so that you feel some quad work. And then you can either do a straight leg lift, or you can give me a little bend and straighten. Opposite arm off to the side, or thumb up to work the front of that deltoid, which you haven't gotten to yet. You can even come right in front if you want. You can do a combination in front, half of a V, off to the side. Half a V, in front. By the way, that quad should be feeling this by now too. One more round. And relax. Woo. Set those weights down for a second. Start to scoot over so that right hip drops off and tuck it underneath you. Then you can lean back, passive stretch here, arm up, reach behind you, reach over, and then come back to center. Check out where that ball is, make sure it's supporting you, hips go back, but the ball pushes you forward a little bit. Weight is on the front of that right leg. So again, I'm probably not going to do this one, at least certainly not with that weight. Leg extends out, and then again, you have the option to flex through the heel and simply lift the leg or bend and straighten. And then that left arm has options. Almost there. Good, just 2 more. And relax. And again, you can let those hips drop over to the left this time, off of that chair. Left leg goes back. Reach, stretch. Over. Beautiful. Bring that back up. You're gonna bring that ball into your chair now. And sit on it for a second, but not with full weight, right? Okay. Now, some of you, your legs are, anyway, you may not need this ball. You're gonna go to a wide stance, and then from there, you're gonna stand up, and then you're just gonna tap the ball and stand up. If your legs are not as long, you might not need this ball, and you can go all the way down to the chair, right? So it's just a little teeny tap. Keep that going for me, please. I'm going to do it without the chair. And then if you so choose, you can grab your weights and add on. Arms come up in that V position. So again, we're working those deltoids, fronts of the shoulders. If you wanted to feel fancy, you could come up on your tippy toes the whole time. Or you could come down on your heels and then up on your toes, or you can come down on your toes and then up on your heels. Good. Whatever you want. 2 more. And then sit where you hover right above the chair, arms straight, and lift 1 inch, lift 1 inch, lift 1 inch. Tiny, tiny, thumbs to the sky. And relax. From there, you can just push your chair out of the way, or you can stay hovered over it, bend your knees. Arms are going to come straight down. Let them loosey-goosey for a moment. Put your right elbow on your left, on your right thigh. Bring that left arm out to the side. Lead with your knuckles. Get that arm as straight as possible. Use the shoulder blade. 2 more like that. Good. Opposite side. Back to the first side, but this time bend the elbow, squeeze that shoulder blade back. Squeeze it back. Squeeze it back, just 2 more. Good. Second arm, use the shoulder blade. Head in line with your spine. Good. Back to center. All right, we're going to put everything together. So you want to pull your abs in. Arms loose, bend the elbows, squeeze, and then extend like you're flying wings, right? Lift, bend, extend. Up, out, and down. Up, out, and down. Head in line with your spine. Good. Keep that going for me. You have just 4 more. I really hope you feel this in those posture muscles. And relax. Go ahead, set your weights down. Bring your hands onto your thighs, roll through cat. Inhale through cow. Weight in your heels, big deep breath in. Exhale, gently bring that down. You're coming down to the ground. You'll need your ball with you, but not your weights. Wait, you need your ball and your weights. I'm sorry. I don't know who's talking. All right, sitting up nice and tall. Bring that ball right behind you so it sort of wedges at your sacrum, right? Gives you some support as you lean back against it. Let's take a single weight and put it between your knees so that we'll keep that honest, right? Knees will stay in position. Notice if you hunched, sit up against that ball, arms out in front of you, abs in, hinge it back a little bit more if you're able, and then just give me that rotation side to side. And then option to take a single weight and then trade it off when you come to center. 2 more. Very nice. Pull that ball out from behind you. Go ahead and lie down. A little more booty work. So we're going to bring that ball underneath our ankle, or excuse me, our arches. We're going to walk our feet so that the toes go over the front of the ball and the heels go over the back. We're going to take a weight and we're going to put it between our knees once again to keep us honest here. And then hands down on the ground. When you're ready, lift up bridge pose. Good. So option to hover your hands and just make those legs work, or excuse me, those glutes and hammies work a little bit more. Option to press the hips up an inch. Press up an inch. Press up an inch. And relax. Leave your left foot where it is. You can take that weight off. Put your right foot on the ground for now. And then lift up into that bridge again. And then you're just going to roll that ball forward and back using your left hamstring. Now I know we have lots of support here. If you want to maybe lift your arms up, that'll make it a little more challenging. Good. Now stay balanced on the ball. Put your hands back down. Lift that right leg tabletop, or you can extend it all the way up in the air. And then we lift and lower. And relax. Bring that right leg down. Put it on the ball. Left foot on the floor, arms hover. We roll in and out, right hamstring work. Good. And then that stays on the ground, left leg up in the air, lift and lower. You could roll in and out too. I mean, you're welcome to do that. And relax. Woo! We felt that in your hammies and your glutes. So let's put that ball behind the left leg. Give it a squeeze. Hug that in towards your left shoulder. Maybe get some rotation through that left foot. Even consider pulling that left foot back a little bit. And then we'll do the same on the right side. So the ball goes behind that right side. Hug it in. Maybe some movement through that right. Good. And then pull that back and down. Beautiful. And relax. All right, ball between your thighs for now, just to give us that inner thigh awareness. Single weight in your hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, poke a hole in the ceiling with your fingers. Inhale, reach the arm overhead and squeeze the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach and squeeze. 3, 4, 2, 7, 1. And bring it down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. If this is bothering your neck, this can be done lying down, arms go overhead, and we squeeze, 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 squeeze. Back to center. 3 squeezes instead of 4. Sorry about that. Good. Just 2 more. And relax. This time we're going to put that ball and try and balance it either on our belly button or our ribs, preparation for toe touch. We're also going to have a weight handy because we might want to add that. But let's start with just those legs in tabletop. Sink that ball down where it's going to stay still, and then inhale as those legs move away from you. Exhale to bring them back up. If you want to, you're going to add that weight by putting it right below your knees, in between your legs, in between your shins. All right, move that weight. We have one more round. And you know this is coming, it's that unstable environment, so that ball goes underneath our tailbone, right? And then we lift up into tabletop, but tabletop's going to be way up here. Now, option to just hover your hands and you'll probably already feel a lot going on, or option to put your hands back down, you're still going to feel that wobble. You don't want to actually touch your toes all the way down. And now again, you have some options with the weights. You can put the weight on your ribs to keep that feedback, or you can put it below your knees if you want. Totally up to you guys. And then let's lift up, move that ball out of the way. Let's take both weights, put them on the fronts of your ankle, and use that to roll up, and then bring those weights right in front. You're going to roll over onto your side, but as you do so, you're going to take that ball and put it underneath your straight bottom leg, underneath the shin or the ankle, but not the foot. So that when you lie down, that leg is propped up and it's on that unstable environment, right? So you should feel that already. And then we're just going to lift and lower that top leg, nice and easy. Option to add a single weight by laying your hand across that weight. You could do 2 weights if you want, but there's already a lot going on, I think, I hope. Waistline is lifted. When you lift that leg, make sure your ribs don't drop down and touch the ground. And relax. All right, we're going to do that. No, we're not. We're going to do our back, we'll do our side plank. I'll give you 2 options. So side plank, take that ball where it just touches you, and then you tap and lift. Now you can stay with that, or you can take a break and come back. Or if you want to try the balance, you know that that bottom leg goes on first. You leave a lot of space for your top foot, and then it comes on that ball, and then you lift it up. And then let's go ahead and roll over onto the other side, please. So again, that ball is going to be underneath the bottom ankle. So that leg is having to work a little bit just to stabilize. Then that top leg comes up and down, and you can add that weight if you want. Keep that mouse house, right? Waistline lifted. And relax. And then again, we're going to do a side plank on this side. So find your side plank, that ball where it's just touching, and then lift and lower. And then again, you can stay with that, keep going. You can take a break if you need to. You can try the balance if you like. Bottom ankle goes on first, top leg crosses over. When you come down, let's roll over onto our abs, ball out in front. We're going to try something a little bit different. No, we're not. Never mind, sorry. Point your toes, toenails on the ground, abs in, kneecaps lifted, ball, hands on top of the ball, forehead right between your arms, and then slide the ball forward and back. That's all. Just shoulders depressing and shrugging, depressing and shrugging. One more time, depress and shrug. Depress, press down on the ball to lift yourself a little higher, then rotate, squeeze the shoulder blades together and come down. Deep breath in, exhale, press down, depress the shoulders. That means they come down the spine and then squeeze them together. And then make that a fluid motion. Try not to let too much of this come into your low back at this point. We want to really work those posture muscles right now. We'll have some low back stuff in a minute. And relax. All right. Let's go ahead and put that ball right underneath our belly button. Forearms out and apart with our hands, shoulders back and down. And option to go into a front of the thigh plank. If you do that, you're just going to give me that tap and lift again, tap and lift, tap and lift. Or onto your toes and you'll roll that ball forward and back. So choose one of those. And again, I'm just going to preview where you're headed. You can stick with all of that. If you want, in a moment, you can bring that ball underneath your ankles or the tops of your feet and come up into your plank. And then option to lift your hips in a pike. So lots of options here. You're either doing that first version of the plank. So this is where we're working that back some. Or you're doing that balanced version, or you're doing the balanced pike plank. And then take a break. You can either press back, resting position, hips sit back on your heels, or you can windshield wipe your legs if you prefer. Then you're going to meet me in a lying down position. Let's just do one more set for our abs. So that ball goes in between your shoulder blades, and we're going to take a single weight. Bring that weight right above you, and then parallel your head. So you're not looking at your feet like that. Your head is parallel, and then you're going to bring your arms parallel. If this feels like a strain on the neck, bring your biceps to cradle the neck. I've got my palms underneath that weight, and then I'm going to lengthen over the ball, and then I'm going to close without dropping my weight. Inhale up and over, and then close. You could even crisscross if you wanted at the wrists, if that's a better, if that keeps your head supported a little better, because this one is a little bit challenging on the neck. You can do it without the weights. So this is our negative to neutral. Negative meaning my head goes lower than my heart, and neutral when I come up. And again, I'm not looking at my legs, I'm still looking at the sky. Your chin stays tucked the whole time. It doesn't go up and down. And if you don't like that weight, you can use your hands to support your head if you like, so long as you keep that chest open. And then once you do that, I want you to give yourself some support with the head and roll forward and back on that ball. Just loosen up that thoracic area and come back to center. Let your knees drop to the left, let your right arm stretch to the right, and then go the other way. Just a quick one. And then come back to center and move that ball behind your right leg. Give it a hug in, let it rotate over to the right. Left leg can drop to the left. Reach down, maybe give your toes some love with your left hand. Try and get mobility in each little toe, push against it, press against it. Bring your hand in between those little bones of the foot, open and close. Roll your hand up and down that arch, and then pull your toes back and press. So as you push your knee down, you're pushing that heel up, big hamstring stretch. And then come back to center, straighten out the left leg, flex through the heel, roll the ball up your right ankle, and point as you lift up, flex, and see if you can come down with the ball, with the leg. Then move it, ball behind that right leg again. Give it a nice squeeze as you let the leg move to your left shoulder and over, and left shoulder and over, not a twist. We're just going to look for that big stretch on the outside of the hip. Then while you're there, lift that left leg up Pivot your right leg open. We're in thread the needle, and we're literally going to punch that ball through to behind the left hamstring. Flex and point through those left toes and turn that ankle both ways. And then we'll close that gap. Right knee all the way over the left, and now we twist to the left. As you come back through center, right foot goes on the ground, left knee comes in. And we give that a nice squeeze into that left shoulder. Then maybe we use that right hand to get mobility through each little toe. And then bring that back through center, straighten out that right leg, flex through that left heel, bring that up, and then roll that ball up, point, 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 flex as you come down. Bring the ball with you, hug that knee over to your right shoulder, a little bit over, a little bit up, a little bit over, a little bit up, till you get that big stretch, and we'll stay here. And then we pivot that leg as we lift that right one up against it, point and flex through that right ankle. And then move that ball. You can move it completely this time. Hug those knees in, arms into a T, knees drop right. When you're ready, come on back through center. However you want to, meet me on your hands and knees, please. And then we'll undulate through that cat-cow. Beautiful. We'll tuck those toes. We'll come up, pedal out those heels if that would feel good. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, cat and cow. Big deep breath in. Curtsies.